Hi everyone and welcome to Hoop Library 23. This is my first video and today we'll be discussing the Cleveland Cavaliers. If you can't tell, I'm a Cavs fan and have been ever since I started watching basketball. Going into the 2021-2022 season, the Cavs had little to no expectations from ourselves, other Cavs fans and the media and general NBA community. We had finished the previous season 22-50, or only showing a few bright patches from our younger players, particularly Colin Sexton. Heading into the drafts, the Cavs were blessed with a third overall pick and made the decision to draft USC prospect Evan Mobley. They had also made some key signings such as Ricky Rubio and Larry Markkinen, but still had little expectations for this season. To the surprise of many NBA fans, the Cavs shocked the world and were able to double their win total the previous season and managed to finish with a record of 44-38 due to the play from the big three of Darius Garland, Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen, and would have finished higher if their season wasn't filled with injuries to all of their key players, including season-ending injuries for Ricky Rubio and young guard Colin Sexton, who led the team in scoring in the previous season. Unfortunately for the team, they are unable to win the playing games despite having two chances. I will now go through the expectations of some of the main Cavs players, starting with my favourite player, first-time All-Star guard Darius Garland. DG had a season last year in which nobody expected, and I expect even more from him going to the 2022-2023 season. I fully expect him to average a double-double next season with around 22 points and 10 assists a game. His growth will go far beyond statistics, and I believe that his assertiveness and confidence will be through the roof going into next season. Moving on to the starting shooting guard of last season, and most likely the starting shooting guard going to this season, Isaac Okoro. Isaac is a player who I wholeheartedly believe could be a dark horse for most improved player next season. Isaac was a very important player for the Cavs last season, being their best perimeter defender and being the barometer for this team. Throughout last season, his three-point shooting started to improve throughout the season, and looking at off-season footage, it looks to improve further this season. I expect Isaac to average around 13 points a game this season while continuing to lock up some of the best perimeter players. Isaac is a very important piece for this team. Although the future is very dependent on the development of our big three, Isaac's play can often win games. Now we move on to our potentially generational talent in Evan Mobley. In my opinion, he will be a top 3 candidate for Defensive Player of the Year and will be an All-Star next season. The work that he has put in this off-season has looked very promising, and I expect him to improve in areas such as shooting and defensive IQ. I fully believe that he will average around 20 points per game and 10 rebounds per game while averaging around 2.5 blocks on the defensive end. For Jarrett Allen, I expect about what he did last season, which will be perfect for the Cavs, as he was arguably their most important and consistent player throughout last season. For Jarrett Allen, the most important thing for him is to stay healthy, as I believe he's a centre that could start on a championship team. Ochai Agbaji was who the Cavs drafted in the 2022 NBA draft. Spending all 4 years in college, Ochai is a built NBA-ready rookie who is ready to make an immediate impact on the Cleveland Cavaliers next season. Playing for the national championship winning Kansas Jayhawks, Ochai is arguably the best shooter in the draft and will be ready to make an immediate impact on the team. The Cavaliers have also signed key veteran role players such as Rubio, Neto and Lopez, who will want to be in a position to win and will do anything they can to support the young stars that the team has. Also to mention veteran Kevin Love still having a big role on the team. Last season, Kevin Love had a great season, finishing top 3 for 6 men of the year while being one of the best shooters on the team. The final player that I will discuss will be Colin Sexton, who is a huge unknown for this franchise right now. It seems his camp and the front office, and understandably so, have come to a disagreement for how much money he deserves. I feel that the young Bull deserves around $20 million per year due to how important he has been for the Cavs during the post-LeBron era. Colin's last full season healthy, he averaged 24 points per game on great efficiency. Doing that while being that young as a 6'1" guard is unheard of. I believe he is an all-star caliber player who will be big for the team in this upcoming season. I believe that the young Bull will average around 18 points per game on great efficiency and will be the 6th man of the year in this upcoming season. The starting lineup that I expect the Cavs to run next season will be as follows. Darius Garland as the starting point guard, Isaac Okoro as the starting shooting guard, Larry Markkinen as the starting small forward, Evan as the starting power forward, and Jarrett as the starting center. I expect our main bench players to be Sexton, Levert, Rubio, Love and Lopez, while at the end of the bench guys will be Neto, Osman, Stevens and Windler. The Cavaliers will have one of the deepest and most dangerous benches in the league, which adds more reasoning to why the Cavaliers will be successful next season. Like Darius Garland has mentioned multiple times, this team is special with the players, coaching staff, front office and fans believing they could potentially have a ceiling of making it to the Eastern Conference Finals. due to their ability to match up well with every team in the East. Unlike the past 4 seasons after King James left, the Cavaliers are going into the 2022-2023 season with high expectations of making the playoffs and causing some damage while they are in there. The record that I predict for the Cavs this season will be 52-30 and finishing as either the 5th or 6th seed and making it to the playoffs. Although the Cavs have gotten better, so has other more experienced teams in the East, and every win will count and be necessary for everyone. I think the Cavs will surprise a lot of people in the playoffs, but I'll leave that for my next video about my overall 2022-2023 season prediction. I hope you enjoyed my first ever video. This has been Hoop Library 23, and I'll see you next time.